Everybody, Roseann here, and we are going to do a Pilates session on the vibration platform today. So, welcome everybody. I am here in hot and humid Huntington Beach, so it's a change of scenery, so you can see a change in background. Just giving you a heads up, my internet connection sometimes is a little spotty, so don't worry if I all of a sudden freeze. Just hang in there because it hasn't failed me yet. So, welcome. Whether you're joining me on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, let me know where you are joining me at, and let me know what vibration platform you have been using. I have recorded, I've done several live events doing Pilates on the platform, so make sure you check out the YouTube library for Lifepro because we have lots of variety, different levels of things. This is going to be a level 1 class. However, there's going to be some challenges. I'll give some modifications, but I'd like this to be more of a workout than just a training, teaching you session. I want it to be a workout. A couple things you're going to need. Have yoga blocks handy, or let me grab it. The a swishy ball. This is called a mini stability ball. I did not bring my Lifepro one. I brought another one, but have either one have handy. It'd be helpful to have blocks because I'm going to do some things that will help keep you stable. Also, I'm using the Waver Mini. I brought this one because it's just a great platform for travel, as long as you're in a car, that is. This is my second year here in this location, and I brought my platform last year, and I'm so grateful because it's so good to shake on it just after a long trip. So what I also did is I cut a little mat. If you don't have any kind of padding, I suggest you have a pretty thick towel or something because there are going to be some things where I want you to have a little padding on the edge of the platform. It'll just feel better for you. So I just want to give you that heads up. So let's dive in. We're going to do approximately 15 exercises. Like I said, this is level 1. If you have any questions along the way, please type them in the chat. Let me know first of all, if you have a platform, if you're doing Pilates, if there's any questions regarding Pilates on or off the platform. Anybody can do this workout. You don't need a platform, but it just makes the whole experience of stability, instability, muscle connection even deeper. So let's begin. Like I said, I have the Waver Mini here, and I'm going to go on a manual mode. And I'm going to do a vibration level of approximately like 30. You can kick it up a little bit more if you want. I've been playing around with this routine today, and I think level 30 has just been my happy place today. And I'm not going to stop to answer questions. Like I said, if you have questions, please type them in the chat. I definitely will answer them. So have your yoga blocks ready because we're going to go into our first exercise. I will call them out and I will cue you through them, but I am going to do them all. I'm going to move my ball out of the way. You're going to be on your knees on the platform. So make sure that your toes are off. Now, if you need that stability, put it there, but I like the toes off. And you want your knees right under your hips. So I'm going to shift forward a little bit. And my hands are in the blocks. Knees, hips, hands, shoulders. And we're going to go into our cat-cow. Pull your shoulders back, pull your belly in, and draw your chin in. The neck is long, crown of the head reaching one way, tailbone the other way. My toes are pointing. And we're going to take a big breath in through your nose. On your exhale, tuck the tailbone, push the earth away, and look toward your belly button. And just shake your head to make sure there's no tension in your head. And then on your inhale, the tailbone curls up first, the belly drops, and the eyes gaze forward. Avoid the crunch of the neck. We're going to do that several times. Exhale, belly pulls in, tailbone drops, waistband toward the sky. Separate your shoulder blades and feel that space you're creating in the back, the contraction in abdominals. Inhale, tailbone lifts first, and you'll let your shoulder blades melt together as your eyes gaze forward, about 4 feet. The next exhale, again, you want to pull through the belly button up feel like there's a rope around your waistband reaching up to the sky, and your arms and legs are pressing toward the earth. The inhale draws your shoulders back and the pelvis tilts. We're going to do two more. Exhale. If you look at your belly button, you can look to make sure. Imagine you've got the block between your knees and you're kind of squeezing your knees together. Make sure there's no tension in the neck here. The inhale, your chest melts toward the floor. And I'm relaxing my belly completely, letting it drop and getting a little arch in the spine. Here's your last one. Exhale, shoulders back, tailbone tucks. Hold there for a moment, pushing all the air out of your ribs, out of your belly, and then inhale, lengthen back. That's our cat-cow to warm up our spine. Now from here, we're going to add on. So you're going to keep your position. You can shake out your wrists if they're bothering, but you want to feel the connection of your shoulders there. We're going to stretch the right leg out, push through the foot, hold for a moment, bring the knee back under the hip, and then the left leg out. Bring that knee back in. You're going to take the left arm forward, bring it down. The right arm forward, bring it down. We're going to do that again. Right leg back, exhale, push out. Keep the belly in. Inhale, exhale, left heel pushes out without lifting the hips. Bring it in. You can always bend your elbow at your ribs and glide your fingertips forward, keeping the shoulder down. And you want the thumb up. Bring the hand back, and then reach the right hand out. Hold it there for a moment. Try to lift that arm higher. Bring it back. Now, if that's pretty easy, pretty doable, stay there. Otherwise, challenge yourself. And this is a little challenging, even though it's level one. Right leg out, hold it, and then bring the left arm out. Hold it there. Take a big breath in, a big breath out. You're going to bring the knee in, the hand in, and switch. Left leg out, hold. You're going to go ahead and bring the right arm forward, hold, belly in. Bring the hand in and the knee in. One side is better than the other. So pick your poise and which way you want to do it. Right leg, left arm, reach, pulling the navel point in. You can stretch your toes if you like that better than your heel. Bring it back. Knee right under the hip. Shift, transfer your weights, and then stretch out. And again, you could just do legs only or arms only, but this is a great way to start stabilization in your spine. One more time each side. Here's your right. Reach, draw the navel in, and then switch. Shoulders stay away from the ears. Push the leg out, use your glute, and then reach the arm. And come back in. Bring the knee in and round your spine one time. Let the spine arch. Bring your toes down and shake out your wrists. So we'll go from here to a spinal rotation. So I'm going to stay seated. I'm going to show you from the side. Your knees you can cross at your ankles. You can have your legs straight out wide or forward. Today I think I like my legs crossed and my pelvis stacked, ears, shoulders, hips. Hands behind the head, thumbs are on the sides of the neck. Take a breath in, get tall. Crown head, reaching up, you're going to exhale and rotate to your right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, rotate to your left. Inhale, back to center, shoulders are down. That's why I like my hands behind my head. It keeps my alignment, and it keeps my shoulders away from my ears. And I get a nice rotation of shoulders and torso. So I like to think of it this way. The belly button's staying here, but the ribs, the chest, the shoulders, the arms, and the head are turning sequentially like that. And you come back in, draw the belly in. Get tall, get length on the inhale. Exhale, rotate. And back in. I'm going to add on to this. So my arms are out. I'll bend the right elbow, and I'm going to look toward my right elbow, give it a pull, and then come back to center. And now the left elbow pulls back. It's like a bow and arrow. My hips are still. I'm just rotating from the ribs, from the chest, from the shoulders, and then the head. And back to center. We'll do that again. And exhale, draw it back. Inhale back to center. One more time. You can keep your hands behind your head if you like that. But I like this, just gives me a little extra turn. Let's pulse here. 3, 2, 1. Back to center, shoulders down, and rotate and pulse. 3, 2, 1, and center and relax. So we get a little rotation in our spine. Our spine does a lot of different things. So we have rotation, flexion, extension. Now let's go into a rollback. So this is where I suggested that you have some padding. I'm going to move my platform just a little bit, and I'm going to pad it up, just so I have some cushioning here. Now this is going to be really a nice way to extend my spine. Okay, so this is a little bit of a thoracic flexion. I called it a rollback. That's coming up next. I miscued you. Legs are straight, get out of the hip flexors, hands behind the head. We're going to open up the chest and let that platform really help to release the ribs. Exhale, flex, pull into the middle of the back. Inhale, open everything up. A little extension in the spine. And exhale, push through the heels. Feel the belly scooping. We're creating that C curve that you hear a lot about in our Pilates practice. Drive through the heels, ribs in. I can put a fist under my chin, so I'm not jamming into my chin the whole time. I take it back. I might have it open, my throat open a little bit, but I'm going to exhale and reach the crown of the head to the sky. You don't need your hands, and I'll show you that in a minute. Exhale, reach the hands forward. Let's add, we're going to do 2 more of these. Arms come up as you stretch back. And exhale, bring it around. Tuck the chin, reach the arms to the sky, inhale, and exhale. I lied, I'm gonna do 1 more. So let the throat draw back, eyes look to the sky, open up the chest, and exhale, come all the way up. So that's our little bit of extension. Now I'm gonna go into what I started to talk about was a half rollback. Okay, let's sit back on the platform. Let's see how my time is here. I've got 1 minute, so let me put this platform, let me restart it. So I'm going to restart the platform, and I'm back on manual level speed is in the 30s. I'm going to put a block between my knees because I want that inner thigh connection. You can put the ball there too. So this is a half rollback. Thumbs up, shoulders down, spine on. Take a breath. Exhale, flex the spine. Squeeze that block and look toward your toes. Remember what I said about the chin. You're not jamming the chin. And then flex forward. Restack your spine. Pull the ribs back. Squeeze that block. Push through the heels. Exhale. The tailbone scooping under, right through the middle belly. Take an inhale. Exhale, dive over. The ears are in line with the arms. There's a forward flexion, and then you restack. Half roll back. Exhale, pull back. Draw the shoulders down. Ribs connect to the hip bones. Dig the heels down. Inhale. Exhale, pull the belly in to flex over your thighs. And restack your spine. We'll do 2 more of those. Pull everything back. Feel that rib cage connection. All the air out. Then take a breath in. Stay there. Then crown of the head reaches toward the toes. Restack from the pelvis, ribs, shoulders, and head. Last one, nice and tall to start. That's your inhale. Exhale. Now from here, let's do little pulses. Let's go for 8, 7, right into the belly. 6, 5, 4. My hands are as wide as my shoulders. 3, 2, and flex over 1, and restack. Excellent. So now we'll go into a single leg stretch. I'm going to lay back flat on my butt's on the ground. I'm getting my padding for my back just so it feels better. You know, any platform you use is great, but I want to make sure you have some padding here. So we're going to be right at the sternum. There's your flexion there. Okay, so check it out. Put your hands behind your head and just roll back 1 time and then press up. That should feel pretty good. Bring one leg up, then the other. Now, if this doesn't feel good, you can always keep one leg down. Oh, here's what we're going to do. We're going to stay lifted. We're going to bring both legs up. One hand on the knee, one hand on the calf. Extend opposite leg and switch. Single leg extension, switch. Push out. Exhale. Remember that fist distance under the chin. So you can pull in. Some people like to pull their knee in. I like to make sure my abs are pulling my leg in. I'm not pulling it with my hand. I'm just supporting my hand in my knee, or my hand in my calf, and exhale. Let's go for 5, Your legs can go lower if that doesn't bother your back. And 4, keep pressing into the platform. 3, 2, 1 more. We'll take a little break from here. Bring one foot down on the other. Hands come behind the head. We're going to extend, open up. Thoracic extension, straighten your legs out. And we're going to go into our thoracic flexion just for a few to get us out of our hips and our neck. Exhale, reach up. There's that C curve, the start of the C curve that comes from top and bottom. Good. The next time you come up, you'll stay lifted. And exhale. Stay lifted. Reach the hands forward, shoulders down, bend the knees. We're going to go back to tabletop the legs. Legs, the shins are parallel with the ground. Hands behind the head, elbows slightly forward. We're going to rotate oblique with alternating legs. And switch. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your shape. And press into the ribs. Inhale and exhale. Breath in and rotate. So remember when we started out, we just rotated the shoulders. Now we're adding on the lower body a lot harder. Do as many as you can with a good form. It's quality, not quantity. 3 more each side. Exhale. I'm not trying to tap my knee with my elbow. I'm just rotating. And 2, my belly's burning. I hope yours is too. Breathe, blow out the fire. 1 more each way. You're going to hold both knees in, give a little squeeze, and roll yourself up. Excellent. So now from here, we're going to go into a bridge. This will feel good after that last move. Your feet are going to be on your platform, and you can have a yoga block handy. I kind of like it sometimes between my thighs. So my butt's pretty close. My feet are on the platform, and I want to make sure, look right now that your feet are in line with your knees. They're not too wide, not too close together, and you're going to come on down. So I'll put this one block between my thighs just to keep that inner thigh connection. It keeps my feet. Press into your big toes as well as your little toes, and your inner heel, your outer heel. Shoulders are flat, hands down, palms can be up or down. We're going to build this sequence. So take a breath in. Your eyes are looking over your knees. Don't turn your head to look at me when you're doing this. Squeeze the block, flatten the back, and you're going to curl the tail up. If your hamstrings are cramping, you're not using your abdominals. You're using too much of your hamstrings. You want the abs to curl you up and roll down. So that's why I squeeze the block first. Make sure that block's in the right place. Squeeze the block, flatten the back. Exhale. Reach the knees over the toes. Let those hips get high and squeeze the block and roll back down. So you don't want to let go of that block at all. We're going to add on to this after this next one. Exhale, roll up, stay lifted, arms come up and reach them back. Now you're going to roll down bone by bone, upper back, middle back, lower back. Feel that arch in your spine. You've got a little bounce house under there. That's your neutral pelvis. Squeeze, flatten, tilt, exhale up. Hold there, inhale. Exhale, roll down. Make sure you can hear your breath. Last one, tucking the chin, squeeze the block, curl the tail up, roll up, adding on from here, keep the hips high. Your arms come down, press down, lift the hips higher, make the glutes work. Arms come back up and down, and press and lift. Arms reach overhead, press down to the sides of the mat. Exhale, lift. 2 more, inhale. Keep squeezing that block. Exhale, this is a butt burner. 1 more time, inhale. Can you lift a 1/4 inch higher as you press down? Exhale, hold that lift. Inhale, arms overhead. Now roll down. Arms come over shoulders, right between the shoulder blades. That's your upper back, your middle back, your lower back, and you are done with your bridge series. So roll to the side and come on up. So we're going to come to some side leg work. Now here's where you want your block or the ball. I'm going to use the block because I have it handy. And time-wise, I've got 3 minutes. So let me get this one side done. So you're going to sit on your side. Have the block handy because it's going to support your bottom leg. And your elbow is slightly in front of your shoulder. You're going to lie straight here. Now, if you don't have a yoga block, you can always bend that bottom knee, but rather than keep it straight out. But this helps you lift your ribs. Okay, your spine is long. You're going to feel that bottom ribs lifting. You put your hand up behind your head. I'm going to point the toe. Inhale up, exhale down. I'm pressing down into the forearm. Inhale up, exhale down. We've got 5 more. Up, flex, down. Point the toe up, flex, down. The inhale brings you up. The exhale pulls down, squeeze the thighs. And 2, and 1. The leg lifts. You're going to point the toe, flex the foot, kick the heel back, and point the toe. Flex the foot, kick. Inhale back down. Try not to fall back on your hip. Kick the heel, hamstring stretch, hip flexor stretch. Exhale. Inhale. Again, you can put your hand on the platform to help you if you're wobbling. Kick. I'm really pushing down on that yoga block. 1 more time. Kick, point back, and now we're going to make little circles. You can point or flex your foot. 8, 7, 6. Watch your head. Don't want to drop it. You don't want to lift it. 5, 4, 3. I like my hand behind my head. It keeps me honest. And reverse. 8, 7. They're little. 6, 5, 4. Man, feel the burn. 3, 2, 1. You're going to come on up. We've got time for a mermaid stretch. I think my platform is just about to come off again, so let me shut it off. So we're in 10 minutes now. We're actually 20 minutes into the workout. We're heading home. We got one more side to do after we stretch out. So we're setting our mermaid. Arms are up. You're going to take your hand down, bend your elbow, stretch overhead. Bring it back. And then you're going to bring your hand. You can put it on the block if you want. And then just stretch over, counter it. Let's do 2 more of those. Take an inhale, exhale. Inhale, come back up, and exhale. Boy, that feels great on the hip that's on the platform. And exhale, get a big stretch over, and bring it up, and counter that stretch, and over. Excellent. So we got the other side. I'm going to spin it around. I'm going to move my platform just a little bit so I have some mat space. Okay, so other side. We're in the home stretch now, everybody. Side leg series and mermaid. So once again, I want to be stacking my hips. As I said, if you don't have the block, you can bend the bottom knee. But I'd really like to straighten my legs. I'm in one long line. My elbow's slightly in front of my shoulder, and I want to make sure my head is in alignment. So you're kind of gazing on an angle. Put your hand behind your head. Check yourself out. Now from here, you're going to point the toe, lifting the top leg, flex. You don't lift up very high. Inhale and exhale. It's all about lifting these bottom ribs. So your glute medius is lifting the leg, inner thigh squeezing together, obliques lifting you off the floor. Take a breath in, exhale, chest is open, and reach that heel away from your hip. For 4, keep pressing down, karate chop into the ground. 3, 2, 1 more time. Then we're going to lift the leg just hip height. You're going to flex the foot, kick, kick. Sorry about my dirty feet. I've been at the beach. And kick, kick, and point. Kick, kick, point. Exhale, exhale, inhale. You can do 1 exhale. Big whoosh, and point it back. Let's do a few more. Reach through the hamstring, then open up the front of the hip. I'm going to push the tailbone back. 1 more time. Bring it forward, bring it back, hold it back here. Little circles. We've got 8, 7. They're right from this glute. 6, 5. Keeping the ribs up. 4. Head in alignment. 3. Something to think about. 2. What about that arm? 1. Don't collapse. 8. Reverse it. 7, 6, 5. It looks like a smile, but I'm grimacing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Come on up. Let's do that counter mermaid stretch here. Okay, so 1 hip is on, 1 hip is off. Arms are out. Take a big breath in. We're going to bend over and stretch that side body. Inhale and open up the area that we worked. Arms go out. Hands are slightly in front of your shoulders as you bend your elbow and stretch. Belly's pulled in, of course. Come back, keep navel into center, and reach. Last time, breath in and exhale. Come back through center and stretch. Great. So I've got 2 more things for you to do. We'll call it a day. The next thing we're doing is called Swan. So here's your position. You're going to have your pelvis on the platform. You want to be on the hip bones and the pubic bone. Okay, so come on out onto it. You don't need your yoga blocks. Your elbows are underneath. So my legs are separated. Toes are pointing out. Elbows under the shoulders. You can slide them back a little bit. It's almost like you're going to dive down. And then you're going to squeeze your glutes and lift the legs off the platform. I'm right in my hip bones. And I'm going to push up and I'm going to lift my chest. The belly is pulled in. Exhale down. Inhale. It's like a little teeter-totter. Exhale. Glutes lift you up. Inhale. Heart lifts you up. So I am pushing into my finger pads just to give you a little support here. Shoulders away from the ears. You kind of rock it up and down like a little rocking horse. For 3. Make sure you're not feeling in your back. It's all in the butt. 2. Keep the chin pulled in as you come up. 1. Hold it there. Get a nice big stretch. Pull the shoulders back. Walk your hands back. Take a little child's pose. Push your hands into the platform around your spine. And we're going to sit back and we're going to end with a spine stretch forward. So all I want to do here, kind of like the roll back, but I'm sitting up really straight, okay? And all I want to do is flex over. Head drops, and I'm going to restack my spine nice and tall. My legs are pushing out, so my hamstrings are stretching. Breath in, exhale. So I'm not rolling back. My pelvis is stacked. It's all in the belly. I'm getting a nice stretch in the lower back. Inhale, stack up your spine. Exhale. Pulling the abdominals in, shake your head, no tension there. Inhale. And 2 more. Pull the navel in. Reach the crown of the head toward the toes, toes toward the knees. Restack it up. Last time, everybody. Tuck the chin, roll down. Stay there. Let's reach toward the toes with a big stretch of the back. Restack your spine. And you are done. So thank you so much for joining. I wanted to make this a pretty quick workout, under 30 minutes for about 15 different moves you can do on your platform, Pilates on the platform with your Lifepro, whatever platform you have. Today I'm using the Waver Mini. Thank you so much for joining me. If you've got any questions, make sure you type them in the chat. I'll definitely get back to you later on. Have an awesome day.